Hi everyone, I'm Amber Katz from beautybloggingJunkie.com, and today we're going to talk about how to tease your hair to get volume. And I'm going to talk to you guys about two ways to achieve volume in your hair. The first is a technique that I learned from Danilo, who's the lead stylist for Pantene. His technique is called, well, he didn't make it up, but he uses the French lacing technique. And the second technique is your regular standard run-of-the-mill back combing. So in terms of steps, step one, before you even start to style your hair, it all starts with the wet phase, and you want to start with hydrated, non-frizzy hair, because if you're manipulating your hair with products or with tools, be them heat or even just brushes or combs, you want to make sure that your surface is as smooth and hydrated as possible. So you definitely want to use a good shampoo that's designed to reduce frizz and create a smooth surface, because remember, we're going to be roughing up that surface. So you want to start out with it, being as healthy and manipulative as possible. So I like to use Clairol Herbal Essences None of Your Frizzness shampoo and conditioner. These are really inexpensive, fantastic cleansing and conditioning agents. I believe they're less than $7 each, and they smell phenomenal. These ones actually, the None of Your Frizzness smells like mandarin cream. So lovely. Start out with these in the wet phase. Make sure to blow dry your hair straight. I would definitely recommend, to start out with a straight texture if your hair is curly or wavy, sort of like mine is right now. And then for French lacing, what you're going to do is take a clip. These are actually maybe a little bit smaller than you want to do if you have thicker hair, but I like to use this kind of clip. It's very inexpensive. It's just a regular goodie clip. And for French lacing, you're going to take a Mason Pearson brush, or a brush like this. It doesn't have to be a Mason Pearson, but it has to be a bristle. Ignore the hair coming out of it, by the way. Sorry about that. That's how you know I use it. This is my favorite brush. Use a Mason Pearson paddle brush or any type of, boar bristle, a mixture of boar and plastic bristle brushes. So what you're going to do is take your hair, you're going to want to section it so that you can, actually what I want to do is this much. So you can infuse it with volume, and what you're going to do is just clip it up. And for French lacing, you want to first, brush the area out and then hold it up like I'm doing, see? And you're just going to sort of aerate it. You're going to, sort of separate it and then sort of brush through it. Do you see what I'm doing? Like, I'll do it again with this part. So first I'm going to brush it out, and then I'm just going to sort of back brush, but then brush over it. So it's not really back combing. It's, it's aerating and volumizing, but it's not, as tough on the hair as back combing can be. But there's definitely a time and a place for back combing, and if you really want a lot of volume that stays, that's what you're going to have to do. But you'll see that my hair is sort of fluffier after doing this. Okay, so for back combing, I'm going to just work through that section to smooth it out a little bit that I just did. And for back combing, I actually want to do a little bit smaller. For back combing, you want to take a fine tooth comb. This one I actually got at Ricky's. And it has a baked on oil so that it, causes less frizz, but you can use any kind of fine tooth comb. So you want to take a section, probably what I have here is about 2 inches wide, and you're just going to want to rough it up like that. See what I'm doing? And, the more you go down the length of your hair, the more volume you'll have. And I'll show you in one more section. So you take a 2-inch section, again, just like French lacing, you want to sort of prime it by combing through it once, and then you want to bring the comb down like that. And then what's different about back combing is you still want to take a brush like the Mason Pearson and then brush over the top so that, I'll show you in the back, you have a sort of smoother surface. And then I'll show you, you want to do it one more time on the crown of the head, you know, it's great to add volume at the crown of the head. That's where it gets sort of the most, it makes the most impact and you get the most bang for your buck. We'll do it one more time so you can see what the finished product looks like. And we'll rough this section up. You'll see it's kind of hilarious. It sticks straight up. And then what we're going to do is just lightly comb over it, but you'll see that even in the back, like that, I have a little bit of lift that I didn't have before. And if I were to go through my entire head and, you know, just back comb it all at the root and then comb over it, I would have a sort of, you know, a ratted texture underneath, but it would add a lot of volume, which is great for, you know, underneath a ponytail, or I'm sorry, with a ponytail or underneath a headband. So definitely 2 great ways to get volume. Definitely try them out, and practice makes perfect. Don't be discouraged, and definitely let me know what you think.